How's it? And welcome to my podcast. My name is Sally, and I am Wooldiaries on Instagram and on Ravelry. I have mentioned before that I'm on Twitter and Facebook. However, I generally use those two social medias just to post my Instagram pictures. Ravelry, I am, and Instagram, I am on the most. There are days when I don't go onto Instagram, but I don't think there's a day that, especially first thing in the morning, I do check Ravelry. So that's how you can get hold of me, if you feel like it. If you don't, that's fine too. So anyway, it's episode 50. Now, I'm not a big one for, episode 50. But it's episode 50. So, 50. You've watched me 50 times. Well, today, 50 times. Wow. You might need a medal for that. I might need to organize a medal for that. Today is the 5th of May. Yesterday was May the 4th be with you, Star Wars people. Today is the 5th of May. It is 9:51 in the morning, and I have done nothing this morning because I just want to show you why I have done nothing this morning. I totally blame him for it. I don't know if you can see that. That is Sparky. And when the males left this morning, he decided to get into bed with me. And I normally get back into bed and I wait for the hot water to we don't have hot water on demand, we have geysers. I don't know if you know what that is, or water heater, something like that. And I wait for the hot water to come back again, and then I get up. I normally wait about 15 minutes, then I get up, and then I go and get myself ready. But this morning, yes, it was 9 o'clock and I was still in bed because a certain animal of mine decided he was going to come and sleep next to me. Yeah. And when your kids get older and they don't snuggle with you anymore, he kind of makes up for that. So yes. This will be coming to you a bit later. I apologize for last week not podcasting. Why did I not podcast last week Thursday? Something happened. There was a reason. And I can't remember what it was. I apologize. I apologize. Some people miss their lunch date. So yes, I'm sorry you had to eat lunch by yourself. Hang my head in shame. You don't today though. Today you can have lunch with me. Well, I'm not having lunch. It's too freaking early for lunch. Sorry. You can have lunch. I won't. Right. The temperature today. Let's get back to normal format a bit. Shall we, sing as it's episode 50. The temperature today, and now keeping in mind we here in the southern hemisphere are in autumn. So when I saw this temperature, I was like, wow, okay, that's not really autumn. And you can all agree with me. It's 15 to 24 degrees Celsius today, which is 59 to 75.2 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, for some of you, that's summer. And it is pretty warm here. It is. It is pretty warm here. It's really annoying me why I didn't podcast last week Thursday. It's really annoying me why I didn't. And I can't remember. I know why. Let me just check before I lie to you. It was... Yes. The day that the largest mall in Africa opened here in Southern Africa. It's called the Mall of Africa. It's so original. And me and my sister were going to go through. We were going to go through really, really early and check everything out. And what happened was she phoned me and she said to me, I just got in the car and I was listening to the radio, and like they said that if we wanted to go to the Mall of Africa, we should have left last night. So I was like, what? So I said, okay, hold on, I'll phone you back. And I checked on Waze, and Waze said, and this was like this was 8 o'clock in the morning, and it said I was going to get there somewhere like 10:15. Now listen, Mall of Africa is like 20 minutes away from me. So I phoned her back and I said, no, we're not going. So she was like, okay, well, seeing as we were going to go out, let's go and meet where we normally meet, which is in between the two of us. Mall of Africa is closer to me than it is to her. But we said, okay, let's meet where we normally meet, have some breakfast and just catch up. So we did that. And then thankfully we left a bit early because I sat in traffic because, of course, like a noodlehead, I didn't think the traffic that I sat in was all trying to get to the Mall of Africa, and it was a backup on the highway. They reckon a highway, motorway, freeway, whatever people call them. It was apparently a 3-hour backlog. So yes, I sat. What normally takes me a 10-minute drive took me an hour coming home. Hang my head in shame. Hang my head in shame. If you looked on Waze and you like you zoomed out, all you could see in either directions heading into Mall of Africa was red lines. I don't know if you guys use Waze. We use Waze. I use Waze here, and when it's red, it's people that have been reporting that there's a standstill traffic, and in all directions for miles and miles and miles and kilometers away was traffic jams all over. So yes, that's why I didn't record last week, Thursday, because I wasn't home. I totally forgot. Now I remembered. Okay, so moving on. Let's do a quick sports roundup because I haven't done one for a while. I'm not going to give you everything that that I haven't done. I'll just give you what's happened recently. So like the last time my teams played. So on Sunday we had the Sochi Formula One, the Russian Formula One. It's the second time it's been held in Russia. Rosberg won, Hamilton came second, and Raikkonen came third. So that was a Mercedes-Benz 1 and 2 and a Ferrari 3. I can live with that. Vettel was out. Oh, okay. The way he went out was a seriously douche way. Somebody bumped him, and then he moved out the way, and the same guy came back and bumped him again. I can't remember who it was. Anyway, he's out. He was out. He didn't get points. Oh. In Super Rugby, the Bulls are away. They're on their tour. They played the Force on Friday night, and they beat the Force 20-42. That's very good, because going away is hard. It's not easy to go away. When we say go away, we actually mean leave the continent and go to another continent. Not state, continent. And then the IPL, which is the Indian Premier League Cricket, 2020, the Royal Challengers Bangalore, which is my team, lost to the KKR. Not last night, the night before. I think it was the third they played. 189 for 5. So KKR beat them. Yes. The Royal Challengers Bangalore this year are not doing very well. I will still support them. I only support you when the grass is green type of chick. I support you when your chips are down, and I support you when you're doing well. Like the Bulls are not doing very well at the moment. But even though they won, don't get me wrong, even though they won, they're not doing as well as the rest of the South African Conference. But that's okay. I will still support them. They are still my team. I'm still a Blue Bills girl. I give it horns. Yes. So, That is all the waffling you're going to get today. Hopefully. I doubt it. I really doubt it. So let's talk about some knitting things. I'll get myself a bit organized. I've got 2 extra chairs either side of me. You can't see them. They're out of shot. And one's got one stuff on and one's up. And you'll see a bit of a theme going on with my bags. And it was totally unintentional. Well, yes and no. So the first thing I want to talk about is hashtag blanket madness that I run on Instagram that I haven't done for ages, and I did it again now in April. And I will say I was a very grumpy participant. You all didn't get to hear about it, but I was really grumpy. It ran from the 24th to the 30th, and I was like, it was very bizarre. I was like, even though I was the one that was running it, why must I knit on what I'm being told to knit on? I know. I was acting like a spoiled child. I was. But once I got back into it, ooh, because I haven't touched it for such a long time, I had a panic attack that I couldn't remember how I did my decreases. I couldn't remember how many stitches I picked up. Yes, I'm odd. I'm odd, people. I'm odd. Ooh. Let me turn my phone off. Not off and silent. Miss Sally Jane. What does Miss Sally Jane say? Okay. Nothing helpful. Nothing helpful. So sitting in my new bag type that I took to WIPS through, and I even had this project in here to show you know how big it was. It's just this is just a sample. This one is not actually for sale. This is housing my blanket. And at WIPS the amount of people that wanted to buy my blanket, and I was like, no. No, you can't have my blanket. It's not finished. It's still at needles. One guy says it's okay. I'm like, no. Is my blanket. Now, I have a bit of a tale of woe when it comes to my blanket. Sally Jane, I'm podcasting, that's why I didn't answer your call. Let me just tell her, people, or otherwise. Okay, recording. Okay, so I have snapped this time around 2 needles, 2 DPNs. I use DPNs and I have snapped 2. So Diane on Suburban Stitcher, she bought at DWF because Signature Arts were there. She bought 7-inch single tip needles. So they're proper knitting needles. They're the straight knitting needles, but they're the signatures. So they're not double points. And you only buy 2. So guess what I've ordered? I don't know when they're going to get here. But guess what I've ordered? Oh, they're not getting here. I'm sending them to Texas. And my post office in Texas. Whenever it happens, it happens. So this is the second one, as you can see. Can you see that? I snapped it. Okay, that was when I was folding my blanket up to put it away. All my required ends are sewed in. So let's see. I started with these 3 squares. No, I added those 2 squares of the last row that I was busy with last time. Don't ask me why I didn't finish the row last time, but I didn't because normally I finish a row. Then I picked up and I started for the next row. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, oopsie, 13, 14. I lied. You know who I'm talking to? I lied. Sorry, I did 14 squares. I forgot about the other two on the other end. I lied. Sorry. I told somebody I needed 12. Sorry, I lied. I did 14. So that is coming along. I am weaving in my ends. I started knitting my ends in. Where is it? And I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. You can't really see it, so I'm not going to show you. I didn't like it. I prefer to weave in the ends. So what I do is I will finish. I'm lying. I've still got ends to weave in. Oh, okay. I must do that just now. I will finish this square. And then I will knit this one, and when this one is finished, I'll go back and weave in the ends on this one. So I'm always got one to do, and I've still got some ends to weave in, I see. So I need to get crack-a-lacking on that. Okay. But yes, I love it. I love it. I am now on 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 134 squares. With many, many years still to come. No. No, it's not going to be many, many more years to come. I refuse to have many, many more years on this project. I just need to be careful now that I've broken that needle. Okay, so there's that. I do love it. And that was hashtag blanket. What have I done? Oh, I dropped the yarn ball. Hold on. Got it. Hashtag blanket madness. And just for funsies' sake, the queen of hashtag blanket madness for April was Knit Love Steph, and she knitted, or she added 72 squares to her total. So, wow, that's all I can say. Wow, all hail Knit Love Steph, 72. I can't. I was very happy with my, when I thought it was 12, I was very happy with my 12. So that is sitting in my new bag type. It is a drawstring bag. This is the large, and it does have a pockets inside. And now, because I didn't pack it properly, it's not lined properly. So there's that. Then, what I want to show next. Because of course now my show notes have gone. I have show notes, people. You might even get show notes. I don't know. I'm still deciding. The Raindrops Cal that I am hosting in my group and on Instagram and on Facebook. In my group, Wooldiaries podcast on Ravelry, there is a chatter thread and an FO thread. Obviously, the FO thread is empty, as it should be. There are the rules. Well, there are rules, but I don't like using the word rules because I feel like I'm not a children's. But how to win, there you go. How I'm going to choose the winners is listed out there. So the Raindrops pattern is for a shawl. And of course, I don't have a picture of it because I don't print all those pages. I just print the pattern. But I don't know if you can see it. That's it. And that's the fingering weight one, and that's the one that I'm doing. There is a DK version, and it is by Christina Wall, and she is a knitter's life. And the casting was on the 1st of May. So you still got time, people. We're only on day 5. You still got time. And now I've put all this into a I'm going to be sorry I messed up the order. No, okay. So there's still time because it runs until the end of June. So you've still got plenty of time. You've got plenty of time. However, I will warn you that the way the pattern is laid out and the way the pattern is, it's rather addictive. I am now on row, I've just done row 61. It's laid out in rows with your stitch count, which is fabulous. Fabulous. So I cast on the 1st of May, and I knitted the entire first page. And then I was like, whoa, Nelly, you have 2 months to knit this. If you knit it fast, then you're going to have to knit another one to keep everybody else from feeling discouraged that they're not knitting it as fast. So I stopped. Then I picked it up yesterday and I knitted page 2. So yes, I'm very, very sorry. I am knitting mine out of Cargo Blues, Merino Sock, in a no-name brand colorway. Bridget. And it's super wash, 100% wool, 320 meters, made in South Africa, www.calgoblues.co.za. And there's the tag. And there's the yarn. And here's my shawl. Now, I love the yarn. I am bummed I chose it for this project. But as you can see, I'm not going to rip it up because I'm loving knitting with it. Why am I bummed with the yarn choice for me? Because you can't see the pattern on the top. That's why I'm bummed. But then, oh, hell, Sally, you'll just have to make another one. So. Okay, and then I've done one row of the, you see what happens is, and you can't see it, there's pill bumps in here, and they get bigger and bigger and bigger as you go down, and it's the raindrops falling down. So I've started the first set of the next size raindrops. Yeah, so I still love it. I will wear it. I need to make one in a more of a semi-solid colorway so that I can see the actual beginning of the pill bumps. And I'd like to make a DK one. This one is a fingering weight one, and I do like the size of the DK one. So I do need to, oh, there you go. You can kind of see it. I'm going the wrong way. There. So yes, it's beautiful. I love this shawl. And the way it knits is like, yeah. So that is sitting in, again, one of my bags. Sally, why are you using your own bags? You've got so many bags. Why are you using all your own? Because I'm vending tomorrow, on Saturday and in Klerksdorp. And I figured it would be a good idea to have my projects in my bags. So I'm using my zippered wedge bag in the Day of the Dead. This does not have a pocket, but it does have a zip. So that's also my bag. I'm not trying to sell to you. I am not in any way trying to advertise. I am just, it's what my projects are in at the moment. The next thing, oh, actually, you know what? I didn't cast the raindrops on first because I had to wait. That's right, I had to wait on Sunday. And I'd had enough of knitting on my blanket so much on Thursday. I bullied Sally Jane into sending me her notes on her new shawl that she's knitting up. And so I got them and I started. After a lot of debate, I then had a yarn and colour choice paralysis. I then was, I need to use, and then, no, I can't. And then, I want to, no, I can't. And then I had a dream on Thursday night about what colour I would use. So, I am using, and it's in a ball, because I cast on in bed, and I was too lazy to get up on Friday morning and go and, Friday the boys were off for Pesach, which is a Jewish religious holiday. The boys were off, so that's why I was in bed still. So I was too lazy to get up, and I balled it up my hand. So it is Electric Carnation, and it is a one-off. It is 100% merino. It's 400 meters, and it's called Yep Orange. And yep, it's orange. I love this color. I had a dream I made it in orange, and I went looking through my stash, and I have another orange, but it wasn't the orange I dreamt about. I wanted a vibrant orange. So I'm very grateful that I got this from M when I did. So yes, this is orange. Yep, orange, not Yep, orange. And I'm using a grey. I don't know what it is. I just found it. It's a grey. And it's got no ball attached, no band on it or anything. So this is how far I've gotten. I did the stockinette with the garterage bands, and I have started the eyelets. And I'm not showing you anything that Sally Jane hasn't showed you already. I love it. So there's that. I started this on Friday. Yes, on Friday I started this. And then I put it down, and I've been working on the shawl and the two shawls at the same time. Can't wait for these both of them to be finished. What is it with me and shawls? All I want to do is knit shawls. And I realized last night, after I put the Raindrops colorway, I was like, no, don't go too far, just relax. Because I said that if you want to get it finished by the end of June, the Raindrops shawl, you only have to knit 2 rows a day. And I have done a lot more than 2 rows a day. So I need to calm down. Or I need to commit and knit another one. We'll see. But the eyelets are exactly the same as the eyelets in the Raindrop shawl. I was like, I'm knitting the same thing again. But it's fine. It's fine. They still make me happy. They still make me happy. And I took this. Sally Jane was saying, Sally Jane, who's Pink Hair Girl, by the way, on all the things, and you need to go check out her podcast. She was saying that she was trying to keep it simple. And on Saturday, we had a bit of an impromptu knitting group, and I was here. I want to say I was here after the first band of the garter stitch, and I did the rest of it while I was at knitting group, and it was perfect. There was no figuring out where I am in the pattern. I didn't have to follow the pattern. It was very intuitive. It was very easy. It was exactly as Sally Jane's intended it to be. Simple, not mindless, boring knitting, but simple knitting that keeps you engaged but doesn't overwork your brain. So as you can see, Sally Jane did hers in a gradient. I chose to do mine in 2 semi-solids. They are actually semi-solids. I know you can't see it, but I promise that the orange is not a solid, and neither is the grey. I guess you can see the grey better than the orange. There you go. You can see the orange up here. Over here. There. It's not a solid orange. So yes, Sally Jane's done exactly what she intended to do, which was to keep it simple but still provide us with some interest. So we're not just knitting plain stockinette or plain garter stitch. There is some in between. And yes, I've chosen to do mine in a 2 semi-solids. I do have gradients. Oh, please hold, my front door bell's just gone. So what that was a big box of yarn from Wendy Yarn Stash, because I'm taking it to Klerksdorp with me on Saturday. So yes, when Wendy says she's sending a big box, she means she's sending a big box. Don't take her lightly, people. Don't take her lightly. So let's carry on. I was only gone for about 5 minutes, but it probably doesn't even feel like 2 seconds to you. My Sally Jane shawl is sitting in another one of my sample bags. That is my medium size. So it's perfect for my shawl. And yes, it does. It has a, you see, it has a pockets. And no, this one doesn't have ribbon. I still need to put the ribbon in. I need to do that before Saturday. Preferably. So there's that. So now, people, are you counting? That's 2 WIPs. For a woman who hates having more than one project. Texas clearly blew my mind. Because ever since I've been back from Texas, I've done almost opposite of what I normally did. So, I have 2 shawls. Then I kind of bullied, kind of nudged, kind of maybe more bullied a new dyer for you Americans. It is, I don't want to lie to you now because I keep getting it wrong on Instagram. It is Tangled, no, yes, Tangled _string on Instagram. Their Etsy store is called a yarngoodstore.etsy.com, and their business name is Tangled ST Rings. You'll have to ask them about the name. I think it was an awesome idea, but you need to ask her. It's 2 ladies. They're sister-in-laws. One makes the bags, one does the yarn. I think it's absolutely fantastic. They do it in kit forms, so you buy the yarn and the bag together. I think it's absolutely fantastic. There are exclusive colorways, so maximum they do is I think 4 or 5, and then they'll have a small window afterwards where they do pre-orders. I think it's brilliant. It's a brilliant idea. They have all these other amazing ideas in the works. I cannot be happier for the 2 ladies. They are fantastic. They are so friendly. One of them sent me a voice note yesterday, and I was like, oh my God, it's so weird to hear your voice, because they know what I sound like. So when I send her a message, she knows what I sound like. But it was like so awesome to hear her voice, because I haven't met her. I've just been friends with her on Instagram for years, and now we WhatsApp each other. So they are doing a knit along in their group, and it is mainly not in their group, on Instagram. Oh no, and in their group on Ravelry. Oh, my bad. There is a group on Ravelry as well. My bad, my bad, my bad. I'm so bad. Sorry. It is the... No, it's not that. Yo. Sorry, my Instagram decided to go change itself. Now what? Oh, I did not close my Instagram. How freaking rude. It is the Kentucky Derby 2016 Cal. And what that is their colorway that for the month of April is the Kentucky Derby. It's a Kentucky Derby colorway. I don't know if you can see that. Yes, you can. There you go. So, why did I not like it? It sits on me. It's beautiful. The bag and the yarn go so well together. Oh, excuse me. Sometimes they have the fabric and then they dye the yarn to go with it. Other times they dye the yarn and then they find the fabric to go with it. I think it's awesome. I really do. I think it's such a unique way of doing it. So they did say that because they're so new and everything, that you could use any yarn to cast on and knit socks with them this month. So I was like, well, saying as I bullied you. Hashtag nudge, hashtag more bully. I'm a bully. People, I'm a bully. Do you not know that? I'm a bully. I'm not a nasty bully, but I do bully people into doing things. Oh, and I bully myself all the time. Can I just show you my poster again? Because I love it. From my friend. Okay. Oh. Damn, coffee is finished. I have a bit... Hi, my name is Sally, and I have a problem. My addiction is mustache yarns, and I live in South Africa, and the exchange rate is really crud, and it costs me a fortune. But if the only reason I go to Texas next year in February again is because I need to go and collect all my mustache yarn I've been ordering since I've been home, then it'll still be cheaper than if I post it to myself. I thought I'd better start knitting some of my mustache yarn. So this is the first mustache yarn I ever got, and that was from my friend Jenny B in Austin, Texas. And she gifted me, when she came here to South Africa, the Sesame colorway, and it's in the OCD skein, so you get 2 skeins, 250 grams, dyed exactly the same. Perfect sock, self-striping. I don't know if you need to see that. I love it, I love it, I love it. And I cast on and I knit. When did I do this? I did this on Tuesday. Yes, Tuesday. No, Monday. No, Tuesday. No, yes, Tuesday. Tuesday. I've had sick children. Oh, and we had a 4-day weekend, so I'm a bit confused over what day is today. Because Sunday was actually the 1st of May in South Africa is Workers' Day, and because Workers' Day fell on a Sunday, we got the Monday off. So yes, I cast these on Tuesday while I was nursing. I'm not a nurse, I'm just a mom, but you know what I mean. Mom nursing. And here is my awesome. The green and the purple, so remind me of Hulk. Stacey does an amazing job with the colors. They are so vibrant. They are so stunning. 2 things happened while knitting these socks. 1, it made me need Stacey's yarn even more than I already do. It is divine, people. If you can get your hands on Stacey's yarn, no, don't, because then I won't get any of it. Okay, never mind. No, never mind. The second thing, that I discovered while I was knitting these socks was I've become a needle snob, and I will blame my yarn pimp. I love, 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 love knitting on these chalgoos. I hate, hate, hate knitting on any of my other needles now. The yarn pimp. Gina, that's your fault. Needless to say, I have ordered more now because I don't have enough. Not even the zings anymore. I'm sorry, not even the zings. These are amazing. I love them. I love everything about them. I love the smooth join. I love the cable. I love everything. And these are living in my... You want to see the cake? There's the cake for my other one. So it's going to start in the same place, and I'm debating whether or not I actually want to even try make matchy-matchy, or if I'm going to do opposites, just to stop myself from freaking out because they don't match matchy-matchy. I'm at the heel. I'm at the heel, and I was debating, and why I didn't carry on was, well, first of all, because it was bedtime for me, and second of all, I wasn't sure what color to do I want to do a different colored heel so I can use as much of the yarn as I can. I wish I had done a different color toe now, but you know what, too late. So yes, I'm leaning, I probably will do a natural color because I don't have enough black. And you'll see my grey scraps are being used for something else, so there's that. So that is for the Kentucky Derby. Oh, damn it, Instagram. Kentucky Derby 2016 sock cal. I need to just hold on 2 seconds while I just type that into my show notes, please, so I don't forget it. Because that is absolutely disgusting of me that I keep forgetting. So it's hashtag Kentucky. How do you spell Kentucky? C-K-Y-D-E-R-B-Y. 2016 sock cal. Okay, perfect. So, and that is living in my bag that Sally Jane got me from the UK, and I got it for Christmas. And if you notice, it's the same freaking fabric as mine, which I didn't even realize until I had them both together, and I was like, oh my goodness, like everything is matchy. But yes, so there's that. Oopsie. Let me just put everything back in. I am so OCD, I keep my packaging and I keep my needles in my packages, in case you hadn't, if you didn't know. So yes, that goes in there. But wait! There's more. So yesterday was May the 4th be with you, and Stacey of Mustache Yarns threw down the gauntlets after Stacey's been dyeing up Star Wars themed yarns, and I hope she doesn't stop because there's so many different combinations, Stacey, and we do need an Empire, please. We do need an Empire colorway. Just saying, you've only done good, guys. We'd like a bad guy. While I was in America, you're all gonna get so sick of me saying that, Stacey was knitting up a swatch, and I was like, oh, what is that? And she said, it's Star Wars, it's R2D2, and I went, I need that. And she said, okay, I've got a limited amount of them with me, but it's an OCD skein, but you get 150 grams of one colorway and another 50 grams of another colorway. So you make mismatched socks. And I was like, that's not going to work in my house. I have 4 people that are Star Wars addicted. I need to buy 2 of each. So can I please have a whole skein? So 2 R2D2s. So she was like, cool, I can do that for you right here, right now. So I was like, oh! So I didn't show you because she hadn't released it when I came back from Texas yet. So I can show you now because she has released it. So I have 2 R2D2s. I have 2 C3POs, which are in Texas. And I have 2 BB8s, which are in Texas. And I have 2 Ray, which are in Texas. But you know what they say, all good things come to those who wait. So I'm going to wait, like a good little girl. We were supposed to cast on yesterday, and I did. And then, this is when I had another epiphany about the needles. I really do not like knitting on the other needles anymore. So, I have ordered more from my yarn pimp, but they haven't arrived yet. And I really wanted to cast on yesterday to join in. And I did. I cast on the toe. And I was so frustrated knitting now with my other needles that I actually frogged the whole thing because I just got so frustrated. I honestly don't know how I did it before. I'm not going to say which brand they were, but they frustrated the living snot out of me. I need to get scissors quickly. Hold on, please, people. Do I have scissors in this bag? No. Really? Do I not have scissors in any of my bags? I've been bad with putting notions pouches in my bags. I need to get back to that. I need to get back to putting full notions pouches in each of my bags. Especially now that I'm knitting all the things. So, this morning I was lying in bed and I was looking at Instagram and I was looking at Ravelry and I was feeling really miffed that I couldn't join in until my needles arrived. And I was like, you blonde. Well, actually, I called myself something else, but I know people have children. You watch. You do have more needles. You bought the bamboo ones to take on the aeroplane with you. So, this is R2D2. For all you unfortunate people who haven't got Stacey's yarn, do not go buy it though. I need it. You can just wait until I don't know when. The apocalypse. This is R2D2. There. And then this skein and me had a falling out. So it got hand wound. That's the second skein. I don't know if you can see any difference. Me and it got into a tangle. It's totally my fault when I put it on the Swift. I twisted it and then I tried to untwist it without taking it off. No, it was my own fault. I made a big fat stinking mess. So that one got hand wound. And like I said, I'm knitting it on my Chow Goose. I have 32 inch, which is 80 centimeters, which is my preferred length. I don't mind 100 centimeters, which is whatever, I don't know, in inches. What's the next? I think it's 48 inches goes up next. However, I don't like anything longer. For Magic Loop, I prefer 80 centimeters. I can do it with 60, but I'm just not as comfortable. I tend to knit my socks on using Magic Loop. Oh my goodness, Sally, words. So these are the bamboo ones. These ones will be used until the yarn pimps my parcel arrives. And it's only needles in the parcel, people. I have enough yarn now to sink the Titanic, I think. And you'll see I bought more at Vodka's Trim. But I think I have enough yarn. So, I cast on this morning another set of socks. So now if you're keeping track, Sally has 2 shawls and 2 pairs of socks. Who is this person? And what have you done with the normal one? Let me just... Okay, I won't use that now. So, literally all I've done is the toe and a few stripes. And a few rows. Sorry, not a few stripes, a few rows. After doing the Sesame Street one, I told you I wanted to do... I would have liked to have done toes and heels and cuff in a different colour. So I actually went and took out the leftover regia I had for... And I'll show you just now. Oh my goodness, we haven't even got to finish objects. Oh, people! You're going to be like, I'm so sick of this woman today. Yes, today. My Pawani shawl is finished. So I took the leftover silver and I cast on the toe and I've done a few rows of that. So I can say I started. Even though it was on the 5th and not the 4th. I started, and I actually do like it. I actually do like it. I was umming and ahhing whether I was going to do a completely different colour. I've got red, and I've got turquoise, and I've got the yellow, and I've got the green. But I was like, no, I like the grey. I do like the grey. So there's that. So hopefully these will go longer. I asked the boys if they wanted them, because that was the plan, that everybody was going to get a set of mismatched socks. And the boys did not want R2D2. However, Stacey, just saying, if you do a Darth Sidious or a Darth Maul or a Darth Vader colorway, I will have to buy 4 skeins of each because there will be World War III in my house. So just saying, you know, you could do a Darth Vader and a Yoda, or a Darth Vader and a Luke Skywalker. That would be cool. Just saying, you know. But we do want, or a Palpatine and a Vader colorway. Just saying. Just throwing it out there. I'm just throwing it out to the universe. So that is living in one of my bags, because I need a Star Wars bag. And the only Star Wars bag I had that I thought, because I forgot. You see, I am such a spoiled cow, I have forgotten what I have. I thought it was only the big one that Magic Genie Bee made me. But I forgot. She made me a prototype to try out. And I haven't tried it out yet because I'm such a bad person. A Star Wars sock bag. I love it. Absolutely love it. I think I'm only going to knit my mustache Star Wars yarn out of this. Awesome. So that is Magic Genie Sews. Yeah. From Austin, Texas. From Austin, Texas. And that, can you believe it, is the end of my WIPS. So, I have 2 shawls and 2 pairs of socks. I don't know. I don't know who this person is. I don't know. Should we get on to some finished objects? Because I haven't showed you a finished object for a while now. Did I show you last time? What did I show you last time? I didn't. I have 2 to show you. I finished a while ago the Lover Spider shawl that I made out of the knotty yarn that I got when I was in Texas. I'm sorry, you people are going to be so sick of me saying that. And I didn't show you last time because I still hadn't woven in the ends. Well, in my avoidance to knit my sock yarn blanket, I wove in the ends. And here it is. Oh, look at that. You can't even see it. Let me fold it in half and then you can see it. Silence. And you still can't see it, so let me fold it in half again. Oh, there you can see it. So it is a royal blue and a red, and I love it. Absolutely Love it. Choke myself. I absolutely love it. Love it, love it, love it. I want to make, she's got another one called A Spark of Grey. I want to make that one next. I have fallen madly in love with Melanie Berg. I'm not keen, however, on the asymmetrical shawls, but I do love me a triangle, and I'm learning to love the semicircle, not semicircle, half circle, whatever you want to call it, which brings me on to the Pawani by Claire Devine. Claire Devine, love you to bits, but I do think, I'm sorry, if you've got kids, you might want to put their earplugs in now. Ready? I do think, Claire Devine, you are the devil's spawn. When you get down to the end, this beautiful end, she makes you, for every one stitch, I don't want to lie, you don't double your stitch count, you times it by 4. So you got something stupid like 70 billion, do you see what I did there, South African? 70 million trillion gazillion freaking stitches on your needle. And then she makes you cast them all off. Well, first she makes you knit a whole row, and then she makes you cast them off. I was like, you are the devil's spawn, Claire Devine. You are the devil's spawn. But it's beautiful. So my Pawani is so big that I need to buy blocking mats and reblock it again, because if you see at the end, you can see it goes from being blocked to huts. Sally ran out of space, so Sally couldn't block the ends because it's so big. So yes, I need to buy me some more blocking mats. It's lovely. I absolutely love it. Absolutely. Well, it's so much longer than my wingspan. I love it. I was knitting on it at Wackerstroom, and I got loads of compliments on it, even while I was knitting it. I'm planning on wearing it to Klerksdorp, because I think it's just so fun and it's lovely. So to Wackerstroom, I was a Wendy Yarn Stash advertising board. I wore my easygoing jersey, and I wore my Halloween socks. It was cold that day, people. I actually wore a jersey the whole day. Yes. So I do love it. I will reblock it again once I've got some more blocking mats. And then, no, I don't need more pins. But I do love it. So it's all out of Regia, which has nylon in it, but it doesn't bother me. The silver colorway, the turquoise colorway, the silver, the green, silver, yellow, silver, red, and then silver again. All the ends are woven in. I love this. I love this. I have worn it, and then I came and put it back in the dining room because I wanted to show you people, and I didn't want to forget. Okay, Sally, don't do this while you're online. Okay, not doing it while I'm online. So all I have to do is show you some of the amazing things I bought at Wackerstroom. I actually only bought one new to me thing. It was more fiber than yarn. And some of the people that were vending there, the yarn vendors, I A, had bought before, and B, I'm going to see in Klerksdorp, so I'll buy from them in Klerksdorp, because I'd like them to come back to Klerksdorp, because Klerksdorp is a lot closer to me. Klerksdorp is only an hour away, where Wackerstroom was 3 hours away. So I'd rather them come back to Klerksdorp. I know. like I said, I'm taking Wendy Yarn Stash PMB. She's going to have a little section at my setup. So I did get some more Wendy. Why did you get more Wendy, Sally, after you bought a boatload when you went down to the coast? There's two reasons. One, remember I said I wanted something to go with that one variegated, so I bought that. Wendy had some of that variegated in DK, so I matched it. This is more green than it is showing up on your screen. It is a turquoise, but it's a greeny turquoise over a bluey turquoise. I got another one of these because I realized I actually needed two purples, and I only purchased one when I saw her. That, I think, with the pink is going to be The Spark of Grey by Melanie Berg. I think. I don't know. I haven't decided. And then, because I can, I bought two awesome reds. And now they look different, but they're not. They're the same. This one is true. This one is not. So that's what I bought from Wendy. Then I met a lovely lady that came to our knitting group once and then never came again. But we won't hold that against her. And she convinced me that I needed this. Now, I would not have touched, looked. This fender was in the middle of the room and it was very weird layout. I'm not going to get into it. But I would not have gone to this fender. She dragged me there after I packed up while everybody else was packing up. And she said to me, you have to touch this. And I did. And then I couldn't put it down again. It is. I wish they had given me. See, this is the thing. There's no, I don't know who it's from. It's 100% Angora bunny. And it is divine. And I got it in the natural colorway. There was 3 colorways. There was this one. They're all natural, sorry. I got it in the cream. Well, it's more like a white. Oh, it's still got beige matter in it. Oh, I love it. It's so cool. There was this color. There was a brown, a light brown in this color, and then there was a grayish, whitish, brownish color, which didn't appeal to me. What appealed to me was the lady who spins this. She also makes items, and she was making a cowl. People, this is going to be a cowl. I actually don't care what kind of cowl it's going to be, but this needs to live around my neck. This is gorgeous. This is absolutely divine. I love this. It is hand spun. Oh, it's just amazing. It really is amazing. It's so soft and squishy. It shall be mine. So there's that. And I have now no idea how long this video is because now this is part 2. I will say goodbye. I will say I will see you next week. I will say totsiens. And remember, if you want to see progress, knit on one thing at a time.